Good morning. Good to see you on here.
Hi there. Good to be here.
Awesome.
Hi, Erica.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Michael Schaefer's on here. Nice to see you, my
Michael's
friend.
here.
Good morning.
Morning, Michael.
Morning. It's my first meeting.
Great.
Woohoo!
Thompson, it's good to see you. Going through
Yeah, I
the.
can tell. It sounds like, it looks like Jason's call is off because everybody's chiming in now.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. Well, let's start with attitude for gratitude, right? Let's get this party started. It sounds silly, but gosh, Amber, those songs are pretty fun. I kind of over here jamming a little bit.
Favorite playlist. So much fun.
You know, the best part about working out of the house is I can, drink about 12 cups of coffee and be ready for team meeting. We can do in like literally 35 seconds. So I'll do my best to slow down. And
just remember, I can kick you off at any time.
Ready, set, go.
Right, exactly. So who has some attitude for gratitude? Let's kick this bad boy off and we'll get started.
I got it.
Not all at once, please. Oh, Erica, we can barely hear you.
Oh,
there you are.
There you go.
Yeah. How about now? Better?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just grateful to be healthy, and I have a nice family all around me, and it could be worse off for sure. So I'm just grateful for that.
Good. That's awesome. I love that.
All you guys.
Right? Awesome. What's another one? Attitude for gratitude.
I have one.
Yeah.
It'll be the same, to be grateful to be healthy, and went through some 15 days in my room. Was not fun, but I have a lot of people reaching out, and I'm grateful for all my friends. Was a wonderful what people did while I was not able to get out of my room, so it was good.
Excellent. Well, we love seeing you smiling and back on your feet. So
yeah.
Awesome.
The face needed some makeup, but
that's all
not
right.
today.
That's
I'm not there yet.
No judgment here.
Right on. Well, let's go ahead and kick this off. We'll start with some upcoming listings, and then this meeting actually. Here's what's really exciting. Chad and Amber, correct me if I'm going to slaughter his last name because I do that all the time. So Chad Hyams.
You can call him Hyams, and you can tell him I shared that with you.
Perfect. So Chad's going to be coming online here to right about 11:30, and he'll be on for 20-25 minutes. So grab the notepad and be ready because he's going to be just dropping nuggets left and right. He's currently working on a podcast that it's in progress right now with Ben Kenny. So there's a ton of value coming out of this. So I'm really excited to see how the meeting's going to shake out here. It's going to be awesome. So upcoming listings. Who has an upcoming listing?
Dwayne,
Awesome.
Hold on. Let me unmute you, hun.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What? I just listed one in Brighton, 14919 East Brighton Avenue for $385. No basement. The house is just totally ready to move in. It is spit and spot clean. I got him a house up in the mountains, so they're ready to go. Run her contract in the mountains and just got to sell theirs. But $385, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,883 square feet. Just like I said, perfect. Everything's brand new. Just about everything in the house is brand new. So it's ready to go.
Wow, great price. That'll last about 32 seconds.
I'm hoping.
Awesome.
Maybe 30, yeah.
Yeah, maybe 30, right? Very cool. How about another upcoming listing? Awesome, Dwayne. Thank you.
I have one also in Brighton. It's at 224 Montezuma Street. It's 2003, just over 3,000 square feet, 6-bed, 3-bath, really nice floor plan, nice lot. Photography Friday, so that'll probably hit the market around Tuesday. I'm guessing Tuesday or Wednesday. Probably looking around 425, 430.
Perfect. Well done, Cindy.
Thank you.
Job. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Other upcoming listings.
Erica, I know yours isn't new, but it's new to us. Do you want to share yours? Hold on, I'll unmute you. Maybe. It's being cranky.
And while we're unmuting,
There we go.
Let's take a second and celebrate together because Erica just joined our office from a competitor. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And
Literally,
we're
thank you.
extremely excited. Yeah, like literally, we just did it, right? So
Yep.
ready to go. So we're excited
guess
for
what?
you and
But guess
welcome
what?
to the family.
She's not the newest anymore. Michael
Nope,
is.
you're not. Sorry, you've been ousted.
Whoa!
Michael.
Wow. Michael, you beat her by
Okay
33
with that.
seconds.
Woohoo!
Welcome, Michael. Right on.
Welcome, Michael.
This is exciting.
Thank you so much.
All right, Erica, the floor is yours.
Sure. So I have an awesome listing in Lakewood. It's in Bennett Bear Creek Farms, which is a little community that's kind of tucked away. There's one little road in and out, and it sits right along Bear Creek. Super quiet, very lush landscaping, beautiful neighborhood. The home is 4/5 bedrooms. It's got 4 bedrooms on the upper level, including a large master suite. And the 5th bedroom is actually, would make a great office. It's on the main level. 2,291 finished square feet. And then it does have an unfinished but really awesome 1,000 square foot basement. And it's totally remodeled from, just every room has been touched. It was really tastefully done. And that price is $650. And
Okay.
There we go.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you, Erica. All right.
Wendy posted
Okay.
one in the chat. So Wendy Fisher has one, Jordan Crossing in Parker, 4-bed, 4-bath, unfinished basement, priced at $540. Professional photos once we are allowed, and the seller virtual tour will be available this weekend.
Great job, Wendy. Awesome. 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 All right. Any other upcoming listings?
Jody. There she goes.
Hi.
There you are, Jody.
Hello. I have another one. I'm not sure why all my big properties want to sell right now. It's a good thing, but kind of a tough time. But it's the back of Daniel's gate. They back to the property that they shift the buffalo in and out of throughout the year. It's about 10,000 square feet, 6 bedroom, 7 bath. It'll be probably around like 1.7. It's gorgeous. Has a pool. Master has a pond off the balcony, or has a balcony that overlooks a pond. Anyway, Daniel's Gate, again, one of the higher end areas, so gated community.
Awesome. Love that area. Well done, Jody. That's fantastic. All right, let's keep on going here. If there's other listings, then pop those on the chat and we'll make sure that those go out as well. So let's go into price improvements. Do we have any price improvements floating out there? Motivated sellers.
I got 2, actually 1. Oops, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, sorry. It's up on Quincy. They did a price decrease a little bit ago. Hang on one second. Oh, sure. Now I can't even find it. But it's up on Quincy, I think 7573 Quincy condo, just around the DTC area. And let me pull it right here. So it is at, 7375 East Quincy Avenue. It's a lower level condo. They're very, very motivated to go. I think we're down to 170. And I know we're getting little showings because of what's going on. But now I can't even pull it up. 174,500, 2 bedroom, 2 bath. And it's a great condo. My gosh, I'm surprised it hasn't sold yet. We've had great showings. 2 people thought they were going to be in there to purchase, but stuff happens. So 967 square feet.
Awesome.
Hey,
Awesome.
Dwayne.
Great.
Yes.
Dwayne, call Stuart Connor. He's got a client. I don't know if she has to go. She may have to go down payment assistance. I'm not sure, but at that price range, she was looking at 200. So at that, he may have a buyer for you.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll shoot you his contact information right now.
What was that last name? Just
Connor.
kidding.
That's funny.
Yeah, I know where you live.
Hey, thank you.
We're quick today. All right. Other price improvements. Price improvements. All right. Buyer needs. Buyer needs. Buyer needs. All right, let's keep on going. So if we have any other buyer needs or recent price reductions going on here this week, improvements, then let's go ahead and we'll post those on the private Facebook page and I'll share back and forth. So we'll talk more about what's going on in the market when Chad jumps on the line here in just a little bit. So we're going to skip that part for just this moment. So let's go ahead and we'll go into 4 conversations. So we are in week number 3 in April, believe it or not, which seems kind of wild. And we're in week number 3. So who can tell me what week number 3 is? I don't have it written down.
I know. Closing.
Closings. There we go. You're right. It's closings. And here's the neat thing about the closings, right? Is going to be it's not, you know, when we look at the 4 conversations, listing appointments, listings taken, closings, profit. So when we look at closings, it's the combination of both buyer and seller, right? So the question becomes is, how are we, when we have deals under contract right now, how are we bulletproofing these deals, right? What are we doing to where we're really bulletproofing, we're insulating that deal? Maybe it is something where if there's some risk involved on taking the offer, then we have potentially a backup offers coming in. So we know that per the Attorney General, we can do inspections, we can do appraisals, and we can do closings, right? So how are we structuring those inspections? Because that could be the first way to write the deal contingent upon inspections. Are we seeing that out there, guys? And I can't see everyone. So Amber, I'm going to lean on you with this. Are we seeing that where you're seeing that written into the contracts on inspections? Maybe it's inspection 1, inspection 2. Deb, you're nodding your head. Is that anyone else seeing that out there?
You know, I can see all your pretty faces.
So Wendy just
Wendy
wrote
Fisher
one.
said
Awesome.
she just wrote one. Yep.
Fantastic. So that is an awesome buyer visual inspection. Yes. So that's an incredible way to bulletproof the transaction, yet still provide the fiduciary duty to your client. And we're still within the regulations. Here's what I'm going to ask you. Please don't toe the line with this, right? Because we talked about it last week. I'm going to bring it up very quickly again today. The Attorney General is looking for someone that they can highlight, and they will hit you with a $1,000 fine. And they're threatening up to a year in jail. I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not. And I don't want it to be any of you that have that happen ever, or anyone that you know. So, so please bulletproof those transactions. You know, that could be a way of reaching back to PC, reaching back to myself, reaching to Amber, reaching to Jake. Jake's really poured a lot of time into our market center here over the last month. And he is absolutely on board to help. So come to us and ask that question, right? Lean on your ALC. ALC is all pumped up right now and ready to help out as well. So that's where we're going to take the closing conversation today, is around bulletproofing and coming up with strategies to bulletproof. So any questions about that? What are your thoughts?
Don't make me unmute all of you. Will.
Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Morning, Chris.
Hey, good morning.
Well, I have a closing coming up in 2 weeks, and so just trying to over communicate and anticipate anything as best you can that might make it come apart.
Yep.
So Wendy, was that, or Chris, was that you're doing that, or that was a question around that?
No, I'm doing that.
Awesome. Fantastic. How are your clients responding to that, and how's the other agent responding to that?
The other agent's really great. So he's been wonderful to work with. And the clients, you know, we just got like, I would say a week before all this craziness started happening, where things kept changing every day. Like the inspector was able to go in and do everything, but then a week later they weren't. The appraiser went in, so we've been really lucky. And I think they know that, that they just kind of sneaked by with everything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good. So we'll get that closing. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Amber, you
I'm
look
very-
like you're about to say something.
Wendy asked in the chat, what are the tips to stay out of the orange jumpsuit?
Oh, Lord. Okay. The tips. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go into Broker Bites, Debbie Connor, and you can tell us how to stay out of that orange jumpsuit.
Well, Damien, our attorney, rewrote the buyer clause for us. So, you know, put your properties under contract first, negotiate the best you can with the seller to begin with, and then add that buyer viewing clause. My suggestion is to do that within 24 to 48 hours of going under contract with the seller. Stretch your earnest money deadline out a little bit past that, so your buyer's a little more comfortable with not putting that earnest money in there and not having to fear, you know, is the seller just going to decide, hey, you come fight for it? And go get that out of the way right away. Then you're doing that inspection legally. You avoid the $1,000 fine, and then you can still go and do your inspection. Anybody that's going to have to, you know, do radon or sewer scope and all that, so just get them all in there. Hopefully not all on top of each other, but get them all lined up in there the same day, so the seller is not out of their property for very long either. So everybody's taking care of everybody, right? Being respectful and helping everybody stay safe. That, Wendy, will keep you out of an orange jumpsuit where your buyer's concerned. If there's anything else that you're doing that's fun, I don't know what to. You have bail money. I have bail money.
Oh, Lord. I thought I already had that part covered there, Deb.
So quick question
for me.
So quick question. So once we're under contract, we can take our buyer in to see the property.
As long as you put that, you have got to use that clause.
Okay, so you use that clause and then you can take your buyer
Because
into the property.
that clause, yep, that clause wraps it into the inspection part, and the inspection
Okay.
is what's allowed, right?
Okay.
It doesn't say you can only do one inspection.
Right.
Right? So it says inspection. So that was
Damien.
That was the attorney's workaround. Well, he also worked with the AG on it, right? The Attorney General and Marcia and all those guys. So this has a lot of blessings, if you will, up the chain.
Erica, you don't have that clause yet. I'll send it to you.
I was going to say, do I find that in CTM? Where do I find that?
I'll get it to you. You're good.
Okay,
I got you covered.
It is in CTM. It is. When you switch your account over and you show up as Keller Williams and all the Damien Cox forms are down below when you do add or contract, it's down there and it is in CTME.
Okay, perfect.
And we'll email it so you can copy and paste it anyway. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And by the way,
Gotcha.
Amber, you're awesome. Thank you for all your help.
Oh, you're so welcome.
I told her she's
Awesome.
a wizard.
I'm a wizard, apparently. I've now been dubbed a wizard.
Yes,
it goes
you
well
are.
with my unicorn.
I was going to say, that ties right in with a unicorn, doesn't it? Awesome. Hey, so next, just before we keep going in the meeting here, next week we're going to have an ALC focus committee meeting, and then also talk about culture and Red Day, which is coming up quick. So we'll be talking about that next week, so we don't try to cram everything in this week. And I saw that Chad jumped online, so I'm going to go ahead and bite my tongue and let Amber introduce our special guest, and we're very excited to have you. So thank you.
Chad, it's not letting me unmute you. I think I made it mad. There you are. Hi, Chad.
Hi, I was
It's been a
muting
long
me.
time since, normally we run into you at family reunion, generally outside the main convention hall. And I think the last time that happened, you were giving us beignets that were absolutely drowned in powdered sugar. I think it was
Yes.
the messiest food I've ever eaten in my life.
I guess we missed each other this past year then.
Well, I wasn't there for very long this year. That's okay.
Well, there you
So,
go.
guys, it is my immense pleasure to introduce those of you who don't know to Mr. Chad Hyams, for those of you who have not been around as long as some of us have. Chad Hyams is an incredible instructor, an incredible agent, and one of the most giving men you guys will ever get the opportunity to hear from. He helped launch the Internet Marketing Specialist designation with KW, and I have lost track of how many states, that's his geeky shirt. I have lost track of how many states you have moved to, sir, so I'll let you run with that one. But Chad Hyams, everybody, hope you have notepads ready. You are going to get a ton of great information. So Chad, the floor is yours, hun.
Thanks, Amber. Hi, Cindy. Nita says hi. Okay, so I had to get that in so Cindy could feel special.
Tell her hello.
We all know that Cindy needs that. And who was my wizard unicorn?
That would be me.
Oh, that's you. You're the wizard unicorn.
That's
Okay,
me.
got it. I mean, we had gurus for a while. We called ourselves, experts, but now we have wizard unicorns. So that's awesome. I might have to go change my title or something. All right.
All
So,
yours, Chad.
hey, gang. For those who know me, hi. For those who do not know me, my name is Chad Hyams. It's spelled Hyams, as Amber had said, so you'll be able to find me after. I have been with Keller Williams now about 20 years. I have had the pleasure to be every job Keller Williams has except MCA. Will not do it, will not touch it. You do not want me to go anywhere near that stuff. That stuff scares me. I have been in Las Vegas, Keller Williams while I've been in Las Vegas. I've been in Bellingham, Washington. I've been in Atlanta, and now I'm back up in the Bellingham, Washington area, just so you know. That doesn't count living in Florida, Toronto, and the Caribbean as well, just so you know where I am. So I have had the pleasure of every role and everything. I've seen Keller Williams grow. We were Keller Who when I first started, and now we are the #1 company out there, and it's fantastic. And I want you to know something before I get into what I'm going to talk about today is that I bleed Keller Williams red. So please understand that, because I'm going to tell you things differently than you sometimes hear from the Keller Williams voices. And that's sometimes my charm. And sometimes that's my problem. So that's why I don't work in Austin. Plus, I don't want to. So I'm going to bring it real to you, if that's okay for today. And I want to correct something I believe you have all been told for the last however long you've been dealing with it. And that is lead generation is not the most important thing right now. Okay, lead generation is not the most important thing, and Sir James is staring me down over there like, what are you telling them this, right? No, I'm getting that. Look, here's the thing, folks. The most important thing right now is your sanity. Okay, the most important thing is your sanity, because there are a lot of you who did not realize you were as extroverted as you are. You didn't realize how much you need people. You were like, no, I like when people go away. That's because you got enough of people before that now you're like, oh my God, I'm going crazy. And I want to give you 3 tips on how to survive this and survive your sanity. Okay, and tip number 1 is you must live by a routine. Okay, it's the biggest challenge to have right now, and it's the one that most of us are dropping the ball on. We understand when school, work, life is happening, we have a schedule. Right? There is no company that talks time blocking more than Keller Williams. And then what did we do? As soon as this happened, we all threw our calendars up in the air and said, well, they don't matter anymore. Okay? Because everything changed. No, nothing changed, everybody, and hear that clearly. A routine is the single most important thing you could have right now to get through this sanely. Okay, so I want certain things on your routine. I'm going to be specific, and I'm going to give you a short list of certain things that need to go onto your calendar. If you listen to the podcast episode we sent out to you, hopefully everybody got it and got the chance to listen, and I'll tell you how to get the podcast at the end if you want it. Yet in the episode, Ben Kinney said, this is not a snow day. Now, you live in Denver, you know, or Colorado, you know what I'm talking about. Snow day, right? That's the day where you wake up and there was just too much of it and you say, screw it, I'm not going anywhere. Open another bottle of wine, stay home, stay in your pajamas all day, tell the kids, go have snowball fights and leave you alone. That's not what's happening right now. I heard your conversation as you were talking. Good plan, broker, with the inspection. I like that, right? Good talk. That's what I've been coaching people, that I've been telling people to do. And we're seeing some states talk about this slowly opening back up thing. Folks, we're not opening back up anytime soon. When they're talking about slowly opening up, don't get excited. That's the essential services at the next level. Restaurants are not essential. Okay, so we're not going back. The gyms are not opening. The restaurants are not opening. That stuff is not happening right away. This is your world. So you've got to be ready to live in it and play the games. It's not a snow day. You need a routine. And the first thing that has to go on that calendar each and every day, in my opinion, is a bedtime. Because right now you have decided you're on vacation and you can stay up as late as you dang want to. Stop it. 99% of the things you're watching that late, you're watching on some streaming service, which means it's available to you 24/7. You do not have to be up at 3 a.m. to watch Game of Thrones on HBO Go. Okay? Set your bedtime and have one. That's for everybody in the house. This is normal time too. This is when coronavirus world is over. You should have a bedtime. Okay? The second thing is really easy. If you're going to set a bedtime, it's set a wake up time. And we'll come back to that on how you calculate the bedtime and the wake up time. I don't care if you've changed your schedule. Maybe you've said, I'll let the kids stay up till 9 instead of they had to use to go to bed at 8. That's fine. Yet there's still a bedtime. You have to create this routine. Okay, so we've got go to bed. We've got wake up on a certain time. The next thing I want you to put on your calendar is family time. Now, this is going to freak some of you out because you're like, Chad, I've had enough of my family already. I'm not putting family time on my calendar. This is purposeful family time. This is going to be where you're going to create memories. I'm going to bring up a horrible memory of the United States of America that we all know. You know where you were when 9/11 happened. You know exactly where you were when 9/11 happened. Yet here's the thing, folks. 3 times the number of New Yorkers have died from the coronavirus compared to 9/11. 10 years from now, when someone says, where were you during the coronavirus shelter in place? Are you going to remember annoyed, stuck at home? Or are you going to remember that's when we blank? That's when we did that 10,000 piece puzzle we had always been talking about. That's when we did s'mores in the backyard. That's when we did these amazing different things that we need to do. This is purposeful time to be with your family. Play those games, create those memories, so that when this is over, we look back on this with the positive experience. And the even more important reason to have family time on the calendar is because by having family time, you earn the right to also have alone time on your calendar. And you need alone time. You need everyone to go away from you sometimes. And if you purposefully plan to have the time together, you can earn the time alone. Now, that means if your family members are old enough, you can say, everyone go to your own corners, leave me alone. If they're not, you might have to say to your partner, hey, you get them for a while and then I get them for a while, whatever that is. But we need to have family time so we can also have alone time. Okay, these are the 4 things right now that have to go onto your calendar. If you have kids, school should be on the calendar on a routine. Not you have all day to do your schoolwork. It's school starts at this time. The kids need a routine, which means you also have work time. Okay, stop working at your kitchen table, people. Doesn't work that way. You should set up a spot in the house that you can make some sort of work, even if it's just a nook, even if it's just a place you don't usually go, rearrange some furniture, whatever you have to do, so that you can have that mindset that says, I'm here and this is where I work. Okay, that's number 1. Number 1 is a routine. And yes, we had all those little subparts. Amber, thank you for sharing notes with everybody that isn't wise enough to take their own.
Got you covered, hun.
Part number 2, health. Because folks, the odds are you're going to get it. The odds are you got it, had it, know someone who has it, have it, or will get it. It's just that way. And guess what? It's going to come back in the fall. right? Just when we think we're all good, it's going to come back. Here's the thing. We'll have had months to build up for it. We will be better at this. I believe I had it. There was one day I looked at Nita and I said, am I a little warm? And she stuck a thermometer in my mouth, right? And I was 98 degrees. And she said, yeah, for you, that's a little warm. Okay. And then the next day I felt fine. I'm like, I probably had the virus. They are telling us that the healthier you are, the more likely you are to not even notice you have it. And health comes down to 3 categories. So here we go, Amber, as you're taking your notes for everybody again. The first part of health is sleep. Now, amazingly, how that coincides. What did I tell you was the first thing we need to have on our routine? Bedtime. What was the second thing? Wake up time. How many hours of sleep do you need? You should be able to figure that out, and then you can set the appropriate bedtime and wake up time. It's as simple as that. It's math. You can do it. It's not that hard. Ask your kids. They'll build a tree and show you how all this stuff works now. Okay? How many of you are actually failing math, attempting to help your kids? All right? And my daughter's a math whiz. You need a tutor. I can connect you with her because I don't even understand it. All right, here's the thing though. We all need a different amount of sleep. I need 7 hours. That's my number. If I get more than 7 hours, I'm overtired. If I get less than 7 hours, I'm not at my peak. Some people need 8, some people need 9, some people need 6. Okay, if you are lying and telling me, well, I can do it in 5, this isn't name that tune and how cool can you be? What I'm telling you is and I just showed my age, right? For those of you who are like, what did he just say? Okay, so for those of you who are saying I can do it in 5, here's the thing. Your body needs at least 6 hours of sleep to repair itself properly. Mm-hmm. And if you're showing off and saying, well, I can do it in 5, shame on you. You're not doing it properly. You think you are. And I had an argument with somebody the other day who said, well, I only get 5 hours between all the work I have to do with my kids. I said, no, you choose to only get 5 hours. It's your calendar. You can sleep, be more efficient in the time you're awake. You don't need to be up all night. Okay? So go set that bedtime, set that wake up time with how many hours you need in the day. Minimum 6, probably more likely 8. Figure out what it is for you. The second thing is we need to drink water. Let me be very clear. Water. Okay? Wine that is white wine is not clear enough to be considered water. Light beer does not count as water, even if you do live in Colorado. Okay? These things are not water. All your coffee with your this, it's not water. Okay? Water is water. And we need to drink half our body weight in ounces. That is the suggested daily amount of water intake you should be getting now. It's half your body weight in ounces. Now, some of you just went, oh, crap. Okay. And some of you are like, we want to get the kids to do the math again. Look, I want you to just understand it's not that complicated. Now, it's going to be overwhelming to some of you when you do this math. I'm going to tell you, for example, I'm about 180 pounds. So to me, that's 90 ounces of water a day is what I need to take in. Now, 90 ounces of water, some of you are going, oh, a lot of water, okay? No. Take that number and divide by 10. So 90 divided by 10 is a simple 9. Now, every hour I just drink 9 ounces of water, I'm awake for more than 10 hours. I will hit my number over the course of the day. Now, if I take 9 and I double it, that's 18. Guess what? That's one of these bottles every 2 hours. If I drink one of these every 2 hours, how hard is that? I'm getting enough water over the course of the day. Don't overwhelm yourself and say, oh, I've got to drink 80 ounces all of a sudden. I got to drink a gallon. I got to drink whatever. No, how much do I need to drink an hour and just break it down? And then the third piece is exercise. We have to get 20 to 30 minutes of elevated heart rate every single day. These are the ways to keep ourselves healthy. Now, if you have a dog, you have one of 2 types of dog. You either have the dog when you go get the leash, runs for the door and wants to go for a walk. Or you have the dog that when you go get the leash, runs away from you now because they're sick and tired of you using them as an excuse for something to do and drag them for yet another walk. They're like, leave me alone, people, okay? What I want you to understand is the walk is probably not enough though for most of you. Now, maybe if you're a smaller person and you have a big dog and you're pulling the whole time to hold the dog back because the dog's that excited, yeah, it's a work. Otherwise, you're probably not elevating your heart rate, taking your dog for the walk. Please understand that. We need 20 to 30 minutes of elevated heart rate. If you have the Apple Watch, close the ring. You'll see you go for a walk, you probably didn't get enough exercise to close the ring. Do jumping jacks, do push-ups, go for a run, get on a bike, take out a jump rope and have a competition with your kids. Whatever it's going to be, do something. There are too many workouts online right now that you could do if you don't know what to do. You still don't know what to do? Just email me. I'll give you a workout to do. I'll be nice, don't worry. Okay. Cindy's like, hell no, I'm not doing his workout. I'll be nice. I'll send you an easy one to start. Yet what I want you to understand is that your health is that important. We need a routine and we need our health to be strong. And here's part 3 for right now for getting through this, and that's being authentic. Now, many of you I've met in person many times, and you will always see me dressed well. Why? Because I'm representing Keller Williams or somebody at that time. I'm literally at home in a t-shirt and a hoodie, and dang it, that's me. Get over it, right? I don't care. I did a team meeting like this yesterday for a group in Virginia, and I joke not that all of a sudden one of the women who was sitting there, her kid went walking around right behind her down the hall, didn't even realize that he could see in the camera in his underwear. It's like, off you go, right? It's going to happen to all of us at some point. Your kids are going to come running in while you're on the phone call going, Mom, 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 I want a snack. Mom, Mom, right? It's going to happen. Folks, just be authentic as to who you are and what you're dealing with right now, because the people on the other end of the Zoom and the people on the other end of the phone call are doing the same thing. See, Dwayne, they're sneaking around the corner right behind you. Careful, Dwayne. Someone's poking their head around that corner, right? It's just going to happen. Get over it and get used to it. Be authentic. This is the time more than ever, not to necessarily create new relationships, yet it's to create stronger relationships than you've ever created with people. Understand you can still be social right now. You can go to the coffee shop. It's still open at the drive-through window, isn't it? And you can get your coffee from the drive-through window. And then your friend can get the coffee at the drive-through window. And then you can do like the police officers where you put your car opposite each other and you roll down the window and you can still hang out and talk. One of my coaching clients, they had their neighbors over for drinks this weekend and they just sat on the opposite sides of the fire pit. Another one of my coaching clients, the mothers, they live in a cul-de-sac. When the kids go to bed, the mothers all take their 4 lawn chairs on one driveway and they just put them on all 4 corners of the driveway and they just sit there and have their mom time. There's nothing that says you can't still have people time. Just be authentic as to what you're doing and take advantage of the opportunities. I will tell you, I'm probably having more people time than ever right now. I mean, when was the last time I came to a Denver team meeting or a Colorado team meeting? Right? And I've got 2 today. I got to travel to somewhere else in the state later today. Meanwhile, I got to jump to California after this, right? I'm getting all over the country and seeing more people than ever. I'm hanging out with my high school buddies. We're doing a Zoom once a week and just hanging out and chit-chatting and just connecting. This is a time, folks. Now, as for your business, you should be doing it. This isn't a time to say I'm not going to work. Don't think business is good right now because you're closing things. That means business was good a few months ago. The question is, what will business look like a few months from now for you? And we know real estate is a 90-day business. It's probably more like a 120-day business now. That's all. It's just slowed down. It's just been a little slower to get people to make decisions. Okay? Oh, Dwayne's got a puppy. Okay? I want you to understand that business can still happen right now. You can still do, and I'm not speaking for your state, so clarify everything with the right people on this, right? You can still list houses. You can still sell homes. You can still do your DTD2, except right now it's time to step it up. Now, if you don't know what I just said when I said that, it's okay. Go Patrick later and say, what was the Star Wars sounding thing he talked about? I didn't understand that, right? What I would challenge you to do is not do the DTD2 right now. I would challenge you to do 1 letter every single day. Because a month from now, there's a good chance that we have started to loosen the restrictions. So great. Call everybody right now. Today, call every A. Tomorrow, every B. The next day, every C. You got some leftover Bs that you didn't get to? Great. When you get to E, you probably don't have a lot of people. Throw a few of them there. Get to Q, you'll catch up. You'll see. I challenge you to actually take your job seriously. Now, the call is not the old Mike Ferry call. Hi, you're looking to buy or sell in the next 7 to 10 days. You're looking to buy or sell in the next 7 to 10 days. You're looking to buy or sell in the next 7 to 10 days. No, we're not Mike Ferry. We're Brian Buffini right now. Hi, I love you. Right? Those are the calls we're making right now. Yet, folks, if you do not mention real estate, it does not count as a phone call. You got to remember to finish every call, even though you're calling to say, hi, how are you? Are you surviving? Do you need anything? Are you guys keeping your sanity? Hey, I was on this call with this guy and he talked about this. Are you getting some exercise or drinking your water or whatever you want to share with those people? And at the end of every call, I'm finishing it with saying, and when this thing is over, you do remember I'm in real estate. So are you ready to buy a bigger house just in case you get locked in it again? Simple. Have the conversation, and if it doesn't involve real estate, it does not count. Call everybody in your database. Now, I want to give you a tip because you're doing a lot of Zoom stuff as well. And there are 3 things you can do when it comes to video camera. And I want you to understand, you're going to start looking around, you're going to start seeing this around some people. You see, I'm neutral with you right now. I have my computer and my camera at eye level. I'm looking straight at you right now. Yet there are many of you who are doing this. You're looking up at your camera. This is the child pose. Right? This is the, I'm looking up at you. I am in the weakened position in the negotiation, right? Debbie's looking up at all of us. Look, we're looking down on Debbie. But then look at Jim, right? Jim's doing the God pose. I'm up here looking down on you, right? Jim is intimidating me. Debbie's being all sweet down here, right? What I want you to understand is it matters. You're still doing the same things you've always done. You're still mirror and matching people. You're still understanding how to use embedded commands. Yet you know that when you used to be with a client, you could put your hand on their shoulder at just the right time to close a deal. Or you knew how to nod your head when they nodded their head to get them going in the right direction. You learned all those things. Don't throw it all away by now being on your computer and all of a sudden having this intimidating pose or this weak pose coming from the bottom. Make sure you understand sometimes you want to be in that intimidating position. Sometimes you want to be in that weaker state and let them be intimidating. And sometimes you need to be neutral. It matters. Okay, so just a little side note on that. So we've got routine. We've got exercise for health or just health in general. And then we've got being authentic right now. These are the things that matter in the world. These are the things that are going to make the difference. Now, I'm going to open it up to any questions if you want. I'm here for the next maximum 15 minutes. That's when I've got to get on that plane and immediately fly over to California. But I'm here for you. If there's questions, feel free to type them in or get ready for them if you want. If not, I'll get out of the way and Patrick can have his meeting back. Yet I want to let you know about the podcast that I mentioned. We have Ben Kinney, my friend Bob Stewart, and myself. We have launched the Win, Make, Give podcast. And there's multiple ways you can get it. The easiest way to get it is just text the word podcast to the phone number 59559. If you text the word podcast to 59559, it'll get sent right to your phone for you, and then you can go subscribe. You can also go to winmakegivepodcast.com. Okay, you can go to there on your computer, and then you'll be able to get to it. And you could always just go wherever you get podcasts and just go search for the Win, Make, Give podcast and subscribe. We also just opened a Facebook group. It's facebook.com/groups/Win, Make, Give. Come join us. We'll have behind the scenes conversations. I'm actually going to be recording some episodes with Ben and Bob later this afternoon. Don't worry, we're social distanced while we record on opposite ends of the room that we're all in. It looks kind of ridiculous, actually. So I just want to let you know it's the Win, Make, Give podcast. It's there for you. Ben just shared a great one last Friday. He did on having no regrets. And this is a good time in life to make sure we're not having those. Okay. So one of the things I saw here, and Patrick, I'm going to jump on it here. Eric typed into the chat box. He said, hey, you got a quick script for how's the real estate market right now? Right? The real estate market's fantastic. Why do you ask? Now, Eric, I want you to understand that's always the answer to that question. The real estate market is fantastic. Why do you ask? Because I have to understand, are they asking as a seller or are they asking as a buyer? Then I can answer the question correctly. So if I say, it's fantastic. Why do you ask? Well, we're thinking about selling our home. Wow, this is an amazing time to put your home on the market. Inventory is coming down due to this coronavirus thing that's going on, which means buyers have less choices. Yet people still need to buy houses. And the coolest thing is you're not being overwhelmed with people coming through your property anymore. They're just sending you offers and negotiating before they even bother to come in the property. So we don't have to waste our time with unserious people. Okay. If they had said to me, well, because we're thinking about buying a house, I'd be like, wow, fantastic. In this coronavirus world, that is awesome, because the sellers that are on the market really want to get their homes sold, obviously. And here's the amazing thing. We can write a bunch of offers to a bunch of different sellers and see who's actually serious about selling their home to you before we bother wasting our time driving around and poking around in properties at this time. And I can video tour some of them for you that make sense. So interest rates being incredibly low, are you ready to take advantage of it today? Always, it's fantastic. Why do you ask? Then be ready for why is it a good time for a seller and why is it a good time for a buyer, knowing the situation. Okay, folks, I don't know about what happened in Denver. Patrick, tell me this. In Washington State, where we are, the governor has come out and said school is closed for the rest of the school year. Like he has already said, right? They're not, okay. So Amber has given me the,
yep.
Okay. So folks, what I want to make clear is this: school's not over. School's just closed the rest of the school year. Now, how many of you, if you looked at your database and or pipeline, because if you have a pipeline, awesome. And if you don't, shame on you. Okay. Even if it's not a good pipeline, any pipeline is better than no pipeline. And I always have that with all of my coaching clients. We have strong pipelines. Now, here's the thing. If you look at your pipeline / your database right now, you had someone in there that was going to buy or sell when the school year came to an end. School year's over.
Mm-hmm.
They think in their head they got to wait till Memorial Day or early June for school to be over. Yet their kids can finish school anywhere they want right now. So why aren't you calling those people immediately and talking about getting their house on the market? Because here's my belief. I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong, yet I have to believe in something. We all do. And my belief, and of course I found the articles to back up my beliefs, right? Because we can always do that on the internet. My belief is this: when the green light is given to the world again, United States, we don't care about the rest of the countries truly. When the green light is given to the United States again, I believe the real estate industry is going to look like the outside of a Best Buy on Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I believe people are going to be lined up to get into other homes. And they're going to wait because they want one person to go in at a time or one group to go in at a time. But I believe they are going to be lined up to buy properties because they are sick of their home. They are sick of the house they're in right now and they want to make a move, and this is going to be their chance. If you are sitting back waiting for this to end to start working again and just think you should be on Zoom calls all day, you're going to miss it. And you're going to look up and all of a sudden wonder why everyone else is crushing you in real estate. The economic crash of 08, this is not that. The economic crash of 08 broke many realtors out of the business. And it made some careers of famous realtors now. People whose names you know across the industry are because of what they did in 08. So this is your chance to step up. You don't know what to do? Go send unsolicited CMAs to everybody in your database. Now, if you don't know what that is, I don't like CMAs. Not a fan of CMAs at all. You should never do a CMA for a listing presentation. This is an exception though, because this is something, if you put together a CMA for everybody in your database and sent it to them in the mail, hey, I had extra time on my hand, as you probably do too. So I was looking up your property and I've noticed that it's probably selling at around whatever that CMA kind of gives them for a number. If you're interested, when this is over, let me know. I guarantee you there will be 2 or 3 people who go, our house is worth what? Mm-hmm. And become potential sellers. And if you're not taking advantage of it, doubling down on your lead generation right now doesn't mean you got to do 4 hours instead of 2. It means you actually got to do the 2 that you were never really doing because you were only doing 1. You said you lead generated for 2 hours, yet you checked your email, played on Facebook, did a game of Angry Birds, called somebody, left a voicemail, then went back to some emails, then went to the bathroom, then talked to Cindy at the coffee maker, right? And then you went back and made another call and said, I did 2 hours of lead gen finally. No, you didn't. I'm not telling you make 4 hours. That's not even what Gary's telling you. It's got to be a priority though. over everything else in your business right now so that you have business to come to when this is over. And there, boom, I'm dropping a mic on you, you wizard unicorn crew, you. Okay.
So let's keep this going with questions. We got just a couple more minutes with Chad, and Chad, really sincerely, thank you. I really mean that. This is gold right now.
Happy to visit whenever.
Yeah, absolutely. So
hi, Seamus.
We have a couple minutes. Who has questions while we have Chad on the line? Because this is an incredible opportunity for you.
And if you don't, that's okay.
Hey, Chad, do you have scripts that we can look at for what you just talked about?
I can open my heart to you. No, they're not written down anywhere, Michael. Okay. These are scripts that were from, old Camp 443. I've been here so long. These are scripts that have just been developed over years that are just stuck in my head. I've never sat down and actually written them out to a point that you could just go to, chadscripts.com or something like that.
Well, I like the way you position that if they're buying or selling, right?
Yeah, and that was one that, gosh, sweat hogs. I mean, that might be years ago when I first became a buyer's agent. Folks, it's always the market's fantastic. That's always your answer. It's wonderful. It's awesome. It's fantastic. Whatever your word is, okay? And then getting out there and, asking why they ask. That way you don't answer wrong, right? There's nothing worse than saying, oh, it's a great time to sell your house right now and blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, but I'm buying, right? And you're like, oh, crap. Wendy just asked, what's my advice on what to post on Facebook right now? Yes. Right. And there's the smart ass that you get from me. You just post. Facebook is not where people go to buy and sell real estate. If I asked you to name 10 websites you would go to buy and sell real estate, Facebook would not be one of them. You give me realtor.com, you give me Trulia, you give me Zillow, hell, you give me Redfin, hell, you give me your website, hopefully. You would never say I go to Facebook. So stop turning it into a business opportunity. It is a relationship platform. Now, once a week, you can post something real estate related to remind people I do real estate. But folks, we don't care about your listing. Oh my God, get me on a soapbox, okay? We don't.
Like old tech.
Shit, Missy. Yeah, I can see the people who know me. They're like, oh, here he goes again, right? No, folks, stop it. The stuff I post on Facebook, I have posted my Movie Monday on Facebook for 11 years. Every Monday, I post the exact same thing on Facebook, okay? Thursdays for the last 2 years, I have posted my little Life Spark video that's gonna be there for you every Tuesday for a year and a half to 2 years. I've been doing that now. It's just consistent relationship building. Every now and then you can tell me about the people you helped. Stop telling me about a house. I don't care about a house. Tell me about the people you helped. Tell your story of what's going on in the market. Stop telling me about a house you just took a listing on. I don't care. Okay, and the only people who like that are your realtor friends that are encouraging you and the seller. No one else pays attention to it. This is your time to post authenticity, right? Dwayne, post about your dog, right? You got the dog there, you showed off the dog, post the dog, right? Post your workouts, post your lack of workouts, post your cooking that you're making right now. Show me tell me what you're watching on Netflix, because boy, I've seen everything. Right? I saw one that was really funny the other day. Someone posted a nice little meme, and it was, the apocalypse we planned for, and it's got it's got King Ezekiel from The Walking Dead with his tiger right there. And it said the apocalypse we got. And it's got this tiger guy, right, from Netflix. And half of you are like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm like, I got no idea. Right? I refuse to watch that. I saw the thing. I refuse to watch that. Folks, have some fun. We need to make people laugh. If you haven't seen what I posted this weekend on Facebook, you're missing the whole point of what Facebook is. Because Nita and I had a dance party and we shared the video, and I embarrassed the living hell out of myself. Why? Because it made you laugh. This is the time to build relationship that's more authentic with people, to be real with people, to go deeper with people, so that when this thing is over, you are the one who has mind share with them because they remember you. Stop selling me crap. I don't want it. Bless you, Erica. You probably have the virus, though, just so you know. That's why you're still there. Yes, Ozark is definitely worth watching. I just started Hunter on Prime, so I don't know if that's any good. I'll let you all know.
Chad, you've got a question from Matt in there that says, what advice would you give to brand new agents coming in right now?
Don't.
Too late.
Oh, all right. Well, Matt, welcome to the party then. It's too late to give you this isn't the time to join. Okay.
Don't make me mute you.
Relationship. Okay, Matt, how new are you? Like months, weeks?
Oh, like
just
came out of the womb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm telling you this, you call every single person you know and you say, hey, how are you doing? Okay, that's question number 1 right now. Hey, how are you doing? Then you tell them, can you believe this crazy thing I decided to do? This is probably my fault. I got my real estate license just as they shut everything down. But I want you to know I have always been there for you as a person. So why would you let anybody else help you with the most expensive purchase of your life? Okay? And you call everybody. And then the question you wrap it up with is, what are your real estate goals for 2020? Okay? We're not going to do anything this year. Great. Who do you know that is? We are thinking about buying. We are thinking about selling. We are thinking about investing, right? What are your real estate goals for 2020? Okay, Amber's
That's
typed my
much
name.
appreciated.
Yeah, no problem. That's an easy one for me. I love that question. I love new people getting into the business, and don't be the 80% that don't make it, right? Go do something about it. Okay, it's Chad Hyams. Amber put it in the chat again. It's Hyams when you can't spell it. That's my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter. That's my email, chadhymes@gmail, chadhymes@kw. It all comes to me all the same. Don't hesitate to direct message me if you had a question. Don't hesitate to direct message me if you just want to know more. Don't hesitate to come find me, follow me, whatever it's going to be. That's where I'll always be there for you. Patrick, I hope it was helpful. I'm happy to come to a full class for you guys on a different topic. I'm happy to join team meetings again in the future. Let's just connect when we are all over with all of this.
Perfect, Chad. Thank you. Greatly,
My pleasure. Good to see everybody.
Thank you.
Have a
Thanks,
safe
Chad.
flight to your other
Thank
meeting.
you.
Thanks.
And
Well,
off he
that's
flies.
Chad Hyams,
All
everybody.
right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's unpack
Love
a little
him.
bit about this, right? Like we got a couple minutes. Let's unpack some of this. What did you hear?
I think just what it keeps coming back to from the most powerful, influential people is just keep it real and help others keep it real. And, it piggybacks off of what Jason Abrams just shared with us. People are scared. And if we're the ones calming that fear because we're talking, we're being real, we're being authentic and taking care of ourselves, that's listen to, whether we're the experts or not.
I love that. Thank you, Jody. Yeah, that's awesome. Could not agree more. What's another aha that you had? What's another takeaway that you had?
Camera angles.
Camera angles. No kidding, right? Like it's sometimes it's the little things, isn't it? That's very
Really like
funny.
the routine. Every day blending together, 7 in a row, 24/7 right now. Still should structure a routine and take it seriously. That was great advice.
Isn't it interesting? He started with bedtime, right? Like talk about calling us all to the carpet a little bit there. So yeah, I couldn't agree more. The routine is absolutely critical. In fact, Gary Keller on a call yesterday said, he said, every day I get up and I do the same exact thing and I go to work. And when I go to work, I get dressed and I comb my hair and I get ready for the day. And guess what? I wear pants. So there's pants.
And he
right?
did show his pants.
Yeah. So are we ready for
And
the
shoes.
day?
And his shoes.
Yeah. And so are we ready for the day? And that is a huge message because it starts up here every single time. All right, one more takeaway, and then we'll wrap up the meeting here.
I'll share something from my coach yesterday. She said, everybody has their breakdown things, right? So, and especially right now. She goes, what would happen if you just schedule an hour and that's the hour you have your breakdown? You know, you go out and you take a walk, whatever. And then the other thing too is I think the only thing he missed in your schedule is schedule your day off or your days off. 1 or 2 days a week, schedule them. Because if you don't put them in there and if you don't honor them first, nobody else will. You have to take care of yourself. That's part of that health. I think it falls under health.
Well, and just tying on to that a little bit, share your calendar, right? Share your calendar with one of your peers, one of our KW family members here, an accountability partner, a coach. Who are you sharing it with to hold you accountable? Because when we do slip, which it does happen, guys, we're human. When that happens, we have someone else who's looking there and saying, you know what, I know this happened today. What do we need to make sure that that goes on so it doesn't happen tomorrow? And I think that, you know, if you could take those pieces and then add just a little bit more. So at 12:30 today, we are going to be talking about shift, and we'll be on the tactic of standing out from the competition around seller staging. So we'll have a mastermind around that. If you need to Zoom for that, just, I think actually, Amber, those are in the emails, right?
Daily email, yep.
Awesome. And Michael and Erica, we can get you those Zooms so that you can jump on there if you're able to. And I just want to say this, I really, really greatly appreciate each of you. And I greatly appreciate our leadership team. And having the opportunity to interview rock stars like Chad. Oh my goodness, get ready because he's coming back. So the date is out there and we're securing it. But Chad's coming back and he's gonna drop some more nuggets and he's gonna light everything on fire. So it'll be awesome. So with that, thank you all very much. Have an incredible week. Reach out to us, jump on these things. Now is the time to lean in. Don't lean back, lean in. All right, awesome guys. Take care. Love you guys.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.